Hi, and welcome to the Walking Out edition of Eating Scripture, a response to the Sunday's Gospel in 4 minutes or fewer. I'm Drew Downs, your host. And this week it's Epiphany 4, and our scripture is from Luke 4. It's the second half of that trip to the synagogue in which Jesus reads from the scroll, one of the scrolls of Isaiah, sits down and teaches the people. Well, in this half, he then the people respond to him and go, oh, with this glowing praise. Oh, you are awesome, Jesus. You're so good. Can you believe that this guy was running around here in diapers? And then Jesus goes on to say, well, this is how it's going to interact. You're going to ask me, you're going to quote scripture at me to make me do something. Then you're going to try and get me to do what I did for other people. Well, here's what I think of that. God withheld from the people during Elijah's time. God withheld from the people during Elisha's time. In hearing this, the people are outraged, drive Jesus to the cliff to try and throw him off, and Jesus walks away. It's a really potent story, and it's a story that gives us a lot of rich material to speak about God, what God is doing in our relationship with God. Mike Savland over on The Hardest Question has written an incredible response that I think is just the best response yet to finding the hardest question in the passage. And he talks about Jesus walking out, that these people clearly need help, and Jesus is willing to just walk away from them. And what that says about God, what that says about Jesus. That's clearly an important element. And then there's another one held in tandem with that one, which is the people are ignoring Jesus' presence. Right? They're focused all on what Jesus will do for them, that they're forgetting the fact that what is radically equal about Jesus is that he comes to everybody. Now, he doesn't give to everybody the same, but he comes to everybody. And that's something that we have a really hard time with. That's what drives us to violence, really. And that's mostly what I'm focusing on this week. But I'd love at a future date to dive into this idea, this other thing, which is the very storytelling, the elements of storytelling that are used here that are really powerful. Particularly this idea that this image of they're getting so extremely angry. They're driven to drive Jesus off the cliff. Right? This is honestly, I can't hear in what Jesus has said anything that would cause such an extreme reaction. But their response is truly extreme, to the point in which they have heard something in it and they want to kill him, and they go about trying to kill him. This visual is very vivid. Now, there's also with that is this idea that Jesus can just simply walk away from them, that he just walks through the crowd. Now, people have tried to rationalize this, right? That this is not actually talking about anything physical, that this is just talking about God. It's all in the head. And then the other thing is that this is try to explain it physically, or that magic happens here and that Jesus diverts the people so he can walk through. No, I think that misreads what's powerful about it. That here's this extreme response, and here's this crazy response that can't be explained physically. That the story operates in both of these worlds of the physical and the literal, also with this metaphorical, and that these things can't be separated. Something telling about it. Well, for more, check out my site, drewdowns.net. So go munch on it and proclaim it. Peace.